What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of a Victory Royale with Grumpityumpous and SKOL Vikings342. So here we are. We're playing a duos match. We got down now to about, what we got, 19 players, so 17 enemies, plus the two of us. My buddy SKOL there, he and I are on our, oh, sorry, this is a little loud. Let me turn it down on the thing. So anyway, my buddy SKOL and I are in the middle of a little bit of a battle right here against one of the computerized opponents. But we got another victory royale in a duos match, and this was a good one. We were on our headsets, so we were able to communicate while we were talking. And let's see here. I'll kind of commentate as we go along. I don't really remember. We got this victory 2 or 3 days ago, so I'm not 100% remembrance, so I'll just kind of call it as I see it. I do remember that right up here there's a mountain, and there were some enemies on the other side of it, and we decided to ignore them and go around the side and hopefully get them on the back side. So that was it. So there's a balloon, a drop coming. We decided to pull this down, see if there's any better weapons in it or anything that we might need. I don't think there are, but it was kind of a silly move because I was low on ammo. I don't know what I was thinking when I did that, but there was plenty of ammo in the box here, which I went and grabbed. So now I've got my ammo back up. So now we're down to 15 enemies. There's 17 players left. I've only got 1 kill in this game, but we've got 7 total, which means SKOL's been kicking butt. And we took this, took the launch pad kind of over here because we're out of circle. And then we fly down here and we come upon some enemies here again in a second. It's getting down to the end of the match. There was 6 minutes left or so. So that was a thing. We saw that grappler bow, which is a rare thing. You don't see them too often, but that was in the box. We didn't open it. We didn't have any keys, but anyway. So here we go. Actually, SKOL and I are talking about it. He's like, "What? Let me see that." And then he came over, but he didn't have a key to get it either. And he didn't even really want it. As you see, we put our skins to match so that we're solidified as teammates, which is always kind of fun especially when you're fighting in these duos matches or even squads, whatever it is, so that kind of come together as a team, just like wearing a uniform with anybody with any sports or something like that. So here we go around this mountain here. There's a new drop, one of those drops that's got I don't know what those are called. I don't know. I can't think of the name of it right now. It'll pop up here in a second. But we're trying to figure out how to get on top of this hill. So anyway, he and I come back together because we got separated for a minute. And you can't, when you're playing duos and you get down to the final here, you have to stay together because it's almost, if you get separated, it's 2-on-1 almost every time because the teammates really do stick together in this. So here we are. It seems kind of like some downtime here, but we've just been kind of searching around and trying to figure out how to get up the hill and all that. Which, when you're playing Fortnite, that happens. There's some time where you're running around and whatever, but you're always looking because you never know where an enemy's hiding. You start with 100 players in a match, and so as the storm closes in, it gets lower and lower. But there it is. What's that thing called? Deku Smash. So I didn't want that, but at the time when we played this, I've practiced a little bit since then, and so I'm a little better with the Deku Smash. So now I'm excited to get them. At the time, though, I didn't want it. I think he already had one, or maybe he was getting that one, because it makes it. They're really powerful weapons if you know how to use them. They just take a moment to kind of load up. But here we are on this ridge. This was a cool spot because we got up on this ridge, and then I noticed that we had the storm behind us. Now, if I turn around here, which I do here in a second, I think, and look behind us. Nobody can come up behind us unless they're in the storm, and the storm right now is killing the clock. So if you get in the storm, it's knocking out 2 seconds or maybe even 5 seconds by now. I think it's 2 for every one. And so we can stand on this ridge and not worry about anybody coming up behind us because the storm actually has us protected. So we're on this ridge. We have a zip line down for when the storm comes up behind us, and then we can just kind of pelt these guys from the distance. So right now I'm using my DMR, and obviously he's using his burst, and we're just kind of hitting these guys from a distance, and we knocked down a few of them here. So we're just clicking off enemies as best as we can while we can. So there's 5 left now. He's using the hammer to kind of move across there. So we've got 26 seconds before the storm starts moving again. So that's just protection behind us. That storm is amazing. If you get yourself in a position where you're on a ridge like this and you got the high ground and the protection behind you without having to worry about anybody coming up, it's just the best. So anyway, we said the storm's about to move. There's only a couple people left. Somebody rebooted, I believe, on the other side of the map there, because now there's 5 players left. I think we headed down to 4 for a second. I could be wrong. Anyway, SKOL's ahead of me, so. And then we had one guy back here behind us. I see him up there on the ridge. If you can kind of take a moment. Now, well, there. No. Yeah, he was there, and he must have launched with his hammer or something out of there, because that was the shield tank that was exploding. We didn't leave that, so one of our enemies did. Now here's where we saw the enemies going around the mountain, and we went to the other side. So I wanted to come check, make sure there was nobody behind us. SKOL's already kind of moving towards around the mountain. There's those guys. So we see them both right there, and we decided. SKOL decides to tell me. He says, "Hey, let's go around. Screw those guys right now. We'll catch up with them in a second." And I think that was the best call. There's only 4 left, which means, and I look. I believe it was two squads of 2. There wasn't any solos left. So in this situation, we took the long way around to come up this hill. Those 2 squads are fighting. So we can let them duke it out, and then it's just a 2-on-2 match, which is kind of what happened here. But then, see, they're fighting each other right there. We can kind of click one from behind. If we can knock one out there, we knock one out. Now it's a 2-on-2, and there's one of them right there. Boom. And so since we're on both sides of him, this guy's in the middle of us. He got himself in a pickle. So now we got one enemy left, and he just hit me. And he got SKOL, my teammate, down. And there's one of those DQ smashes. This guy tried to hit me, and he did. He got me good. But I came around here. I saw him. It takes a minute for that. He can't do another one right away. And we just got in a shootout, and I had more shield and more life, so I was able to win. So there it was, folks. There's a victory royale. So congratulations to Grumpityumpous, that is me, and SKOL Vikings for another amazing victory royale. Thanks for listening, and thanks for watching. And we'll put some more up soon. Take care.